Well, hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be talking all about common mistakes you are making in terms of putting on eye makeup. Things that can cause a lot of irritation and problems for your eyelids and your eyes. Mistake number one, using old eye makeup. Eye makeup has a shelf life of about 3 months. You want to make sure you get rid of it after 3 months. It can harbor bacteria, fungi, mold. This can cause irritation on the eyelids, and it also can cause eye infections. Things like creamy shadows and liquid liners can harbor bacteria like Pseudomonas, really cause a lot of problems. So definitely chuck your eye makeup after 3 months. And one convenient thing that you might choose to do is to keep a little calendar of when you open a new eye makeup. That way you stay on top of when it's time to get rid of it. Mistake number two, applying eye makeup when your eyelids are not exactly clean. Like trying out a new eye makeup look at the end of the day is a bad idea without first washing your eyelids. The reason for this is that things like pollen, dirt, pollutants, and whatnot settle on the eyelids very easily. And then if you go putting eyeshadow on over that, it can trap that bacteria on the thin skin of the eyelids and really cause a lot of irritation and problems. And it can also trap allergens on the eyelid. Remember, your eyelid skin's super thin, so you want to treat it very delicately. Mistake number three, I actually don't think many people make this mistake, but I'm going to say it anyway, and that's don't ever share your eye makeup. Mascara, eyeliner, I mean, that should be obvious, but I don't know. I thought I would mention it in case it's not. It's a bad idea to share any makeup, really, but especially eye makeup, because you can pass viruses from person to person that way, and it can lead to eye infections and a lot of problems. Mistake number four is something I see a lot and these like first impression makeup looks, is trying a bunch of new eye makeup all at once. I suggest introducing eye makeup very slowly, or new products very slowly. See how you tolerate it. I think in the skincare community or world, people are familiar with the idea of introducing a new product very slowly and not introducing a whole bunch of new products. But the same holds true for your eye makeup. Eyelid skin's really sensitive. And so if you introduce a whole bunch of new eye makeup products, each one can have different allergens, and you may not really realize which one is problematic. It can be hard to decipher. Eye makeup contains a lot of potential allergens. Fragrance, unfortunately, a lot of brands put fragrance in their eyeshadow. What is it, Too Faced? Like all of their eyeshadows smell like ice cream or something. Yeah, I don't know who thought that was a good idea. But yeah, fragrance, and then many preservatives can actually be irritating to the thin skin of the eyelids. And a lot of the metallic pigments actually can cause issue, especially if you are allergic to nickel, which is very common. Some of these pigments might actually have nickel alloy that can cause problems. And a lot of the metallic pigments are also abrasive that can cause a lot of irritation around the eyelids. Definitely introduce new eye makeup very slowly in sort of a one at a time fashion. See how you tolerate things. And again, it makes it easier to decipher what products cause problems for you. I saw someone recently doing this, and I want to caution you not to do it. And that is separating your eyelashes with like a bobby pin or a sharp object, because no matter how careful you are, you could inadvertently stab your eye, and that's not a good thing. You know, it's easy to get startled or bump your arm accidentally, and then you're in trouble if you've got a sharp object pointed at your eye. So I would caution you against that. You know, instead try and use in the case of mascara, try and use the mascara tip to help separate the eyelashes. And there are also like brushes that kind of help separate your eyelashes as well if the mascara becomes too clumpy. Mistake number 6 is not removing your eye makeup. I mean, not removing your makeup at all, but not removing your eye makeup before you go to bed. Oh my gosh, it can cause a lot of problems. The eye makeup, it really needs to be removed, because after a while, your tear film production, the eye makeup kind of gets in the way of that and can cause a lot of irritation. It's important that your eyelids kind of have a break from all of that. There are little mites that live on the eyelashes called Demodex, and they're things that can, again, settle on the eyelids. And if you don't take off your eye makeup and you go to bed and you wear eye makeup all night, then that could put you at risk for infections and a lot of irritation. It's just poor eyelid hygiene to not take off your eye makeup at the end of the day. I plan to do a separate video on tips for removing eye makeup, tips and tricks. Anyways, yeah, definitely take it off. As a matter of fact, there is this horrifying case report in the medical literature of a woman who wore her mascara to bed for like 25 years, and she developed these painful bumps in the eyelid. They looked at the eyelid, and the ophthalmologist looked at the inner part of her eyelid. She had mascara embedded into the eyelid from just wearing it to bed every night. And so she had these painful bumps in her eyelid and built up mascara that were rubbing on her eyeball and causing a really uncomfortable conjunctivitis. Definitely take off the eye makeup. I saw that and I was shocked. Yeah, you don't want to have that. Problematic practice number 7 is going to be glitter eye makeup. I don't think many of you guys use glitter shadows, but if you do, I would caution you against them, because the glitter particles, they can get in your eye and be very abrasive. Not only in your eye, but they're also abrasive on the thin skin of the eyelid. And you're putting other pigments and other products around the eye along with the glitter eyeshadow. And the glitter eyeshadow kind of makes little micro tears in the very thin skin of your eyelid. And then you can have, other allergens more likely to get in and really cause a lot of irritation and problems. So I say just save the glitter eye. If you love glitter eyeshadow, just, save it maybe for special occasions, although get rid of it after 3 months. Yeah, I don't recommend glitter eyeshadow. I think it can be really problematic, and it can scratch your eye, and it can really be problematic if you are a contact lens wearer, such as myself, because the glitter particles can get trapped under your contact lens and really give you, basically a bad scratch on your cornea. Be careful. Problematic practice number 8 is wearing false eyelashes or lash extensions every day. And in the case of lash extensions, every day for 24 hours nonstop. This is problematic. Lash extensions, even the magnetic lashes, they're glues that go on your eyelid. The glues can be very irritating, and you can become sensitized to them and develop an allergy to them. But overall, the false eyelashes, they mess up your tear film production. They interfere with your blink reflex. You don't completely blink the eye. And so that incomplete blink makes it so that your tear film doesn't really properly swipe over your eyeball and can really set you up for a lot of irritation and problems. Something called blepharitis is really common in people who wear false eyelashes all the time, or eyelash extensions. And you also can develop a stye. It's almost like a pimple of the eyelid. Really uncomfortable, not uncommon in people who wear false eyelashes and eyelash extensions. So I suggest saving those things for just like special occasions, and not wearing false eyelashes every day, and not doing the eyelash extensions. I have another video on lash extensions, so check that out. But yeah, they can definitely cause a lot of problems for your eyelids and for your lashes themselves. They lead to eyelash breakage. While eyelashes are nice to look at, they have a function. They keep your eyeball protected from the outside world, and the lash extensions and false eyelashes can really mess up the ability of the lashes to do that. And so I recommend just not using them, saving them for a special occasion. Mistake number 9 is with the eyelash curlers. I know they're really popular, and I'm probably not going to convince many people to abandon them completely, but I will warn you that eyelash curlers have nickel in them most often. Really common cause of contact dermatitis. and can cause a lot of irritation on the eyelid. Beyond that risk though, the eyelash curlers, they can lead to lash breakage and brittle lashes over time. So I suggest skipping those and instead just relying on your mascara brush to kind of give you a lifted look. I know I'm not going to convince everybody on that, but consider getting rid of them and not using them. If you do use them, I do strongly encourage you to make sure you keep them clean. Clean them regularly with a rubbing alcohol pad is a good way to keep them clean. That way you're not growing little eyelid germs on the lash curler that you're then reintroducing into your eye every time. Problematic practice number 10. This isn't necessarily with the eye makeup specifically, although it kind of is, and that is the beauty blender. Now I have a video talking about how makeup can cause worsening acne, and I bring up in that video how beauty blenders harbor a lot of bacteria and things that can aggravate acne. Not only that, but the way people use the beauty blender, they kind of pound in that germy little sponge into their skin. It can cause a lot of irritation and again, acne flares. But one thing that I see a lot in like makeup routines is I have noticed that people take the beauty blender, and I guess this is like when they're applying the concealer or the foundation to the entire face, and they will be pounding in and around their nostrils, and then they'll carry it up to around the eyes. Now, there are certain bacteria that live in your nose. A lot of people carry staph bacteria in their nose, so you're gonna introduce that to your eye. It can put you at risk for things like styes and eye infections. And of course, if you happen to have a cold, you can introduce those little viruses, things like adenovirus, from your nose up to your eye and cause pink eye. So not only are the beauty blenders themselves, of course, problematic because they harbor a lot of bacteria and things, but it's this practice that I see a lot of YouTubers doing, of like pounding, they're blending in, I don't know, as a foundation or concealer or something around their nose to the rest of their face, pound, 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 and then up around their eyes. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get an eye infection. Seriously, the beauty blenders, oh, they're foul. Yeah, I don't recommend them. I know they're really popular. I'm probably not gonna convince you to abandon them if you are a fan, but at least make sure that you change them out, you disinfect them, wash them. I'm not an expert on washing beauty blenders, but I would strongly encourage you to do so on a consistent basis to keep them clean and reduce the risk of these issues. Also, you can use a separate sponge applicator for around your eyes to blend in the makeup versus what you use around your nose and mouth. Many people have better awareness nowadays, unfortunately, with the pandemic about not touching their face and washing their hands frequently. But remember, like the migration of the germs from your nose to your eyes, it can put you at risk for a viral infection in your eyes, aka pink eye. So be careful with that. And yeah, ideally don't use the beauty blender. Those are some of the common mistakes that people are making with eye makeup that can cause problems for the eye. So if you're dealing with eyelid issues in particular, you might, really evaluate some of these eye makeup practices. It could be contributing to whatever it is that's going on with you. So I hope that helps. I'm sorry if you clicked on this video, although you probably bailed on it already, but I'm sorry if you clicked on this video thinking I was going to give you common application mistakes that like make your eye look smaller or make you look, not your age or something. No, there are fantastic videos though on this platform about those. So yeah, definitely check those out. But these are some things that are also mistakes that can make you sick and cause irritation and problems around your eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.